Okay. Yeah, I know I've been playing this game a lot, and I have, but I'm really enjoying it, but I want to get back to where we left off, since we kind of detoured from the main story to do a bunch of side stuff last time. So, goal is to resume the main storyline, which is in the Withering Wintry night. And that's what the plan is for the day. I still plan on streaming other games. I still plan on going back and doing Sea of Thieves, and there's some stuff on my Genshin checklist I haven't finished.
Business, there is Sampo.
Sampo's hilarious. Long story short, I did a lot of grinding off stream. I have a lot of characters who have had a lot of their abilities improved and whatnot. Are they all up to snuff? Not really, but enough of them have enough stuff added to where I can use them all. Lastly, before we begin, we're gonna probably pull on Silverwolf's banner before it goes away, and I would like to remind everybody that times are going to be tough for me moving forward, so I might not be able to stream more often unless I get more support from viewers like you. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, subscribe to me on Twitch, and all that jazz. But if you don't want to do all that, we do have the Discord, and you can always support me emotionally, or even just hang out and chat every once in a while. Share some funny memes. I like that. I read stuff. I read a lot of stuff, actually. Without further ado, let's get into this. I got some text to answer first, though. Oh no, it's Herta. Kira's self-report form. Fill in this ASAP. Panopticon system safety alert. The system is detecting unusual sign and activity with these. Be sure to protect your personal information and transfer money to them. Alert system has blocked the link for you. Please try the vigilant and verify the user's true identity before taking any action. The link is blocked. Can't open it. Did you log into your account at a strange place? Give me 1 second. System's interception is always triggered at the wrong time. Mine, just some of your personal information anyway. I'll ask him to go to fill it out for you. Give me back my personal information. Don't send it to others. What do you want my personal information for? That kind of information can't be shared with others, I think. What do you panic about? I have no use for it. Automatic reply. Hi, I'm currently unavailable and won't be contacting you. Okay, fine. Hi, Oleg. I didn't know you had my phone number. If you see this message, Morrison gave me a little thing taught me how to use it. Well, it seems like you can teach an old dog new tricks after all. It just takes some time. Kind of know how it works by now. Nice to have. Something that lets me talk to people without meeting them face to face. What is it, Chief? You even started calling me that? Anyway, let's cut to the chase. I heard Natasha is seeing a lot of patients and hasn't slept for days. She's the backbone of the underworld, and we can't afford to have her burned out. It's a great favor for her recently, but can I ask you to check on her again, make sure she's alright? No problem, I'll go right away. I bet that just unlocks her character quest. Yep, it probably does. The origin of medicine. You can count on you first time. Not wrong. Thank you so much. Alright. There we got all these companion missions unlocked. I think it's neat that they're like... It's kind of reminds me of the old days of Genshin when the character quests were just like optional side things. You didn't have to really unlock them by like getting keys. You just organically unlocked them. Alright. What is my status on warps looking like, anyway? Thorns of the Scented. Contract 0. 16 days for this, eh? Star Rail Special Pass. So what is the exchange? I haven't looked at the store ever, actually. Oh! I have 96 of whatever this stuff is. Undying Starlight. Splendid gems from shooting star from the sky. Precious things are precious. Neat. So I can get another Natasha or a Sampo right now from this. And some cool light cones. In the name of the world. I can get one of these. Cool. What is this stuff then? Alright. Cool. Just like the Genshin store. Neat. And because I can, we'll do a pull on this banner. Alright, let's see what we get. Ooh, maybe we'll get an Asta Idol on. That'd be cool. I never really know what to expect in these, because my luck isn't exactly the best, but it's not exactly the worst either. Alright, time to see what we get. Another one of those. I don't think I have a R5 Collapsing Sky yet. Or what's it called? Superimpose 5, I guess, in this. A lot of these multiplications now. Another Collapsing Sky. Well, that's definitely going to get me to Superimposition 5. There's almost a Superimposition 5 just in this temple. Hanya! I had an opportunity to use that as a support character while grinding. I didn't, so I have no clue how they work. Alright, who are you? One of the Jianshou Luofu's 10 Lords. Commission ordained by the 10 Lords. Cool. Suzy Young. Okay. You're a Harmony. What does your ability do? When an ally uses a basic attack skill or ultimate on an enemy inflicted with burden, the damage dealt increases by 15%. Okay, how do you put burden on people?
Are today's records different from yesterday's? Probably. Very different? Probably not.
Physical damage, you get 120% of Hanya's attack at a single enemy, then applies burden to them. For every 2 basic attacks, skills, or ultimates allies use on an enemy with burden, allies will immediately recover 1 skill point. Burden is only active on the latest target.
Was temporary, fleeting, momentary, gone in the blink of an eye.
Okay. Samsara locked. Automatically... what was I reading? Latest target is applied to and will be dispelled automatically after the skill point recovery effect has been triggered. That might pair well with Jinshu.
Are today's records different from yesterday's?
And your ultimate speed of target ally 15%. Hanya's speed increases the same target ally's attack 30%. What? Interesting.
Sister?
So she can help generate skill points. So that might actually be worth trying out, and I'll probably do that off stream. Because I spent a lot of time building characters off stream, just to try out. But this is the weird and wacky team we have right now. It's just weird and wacky. That's all I really have to say about it. I just think that Sampo is really good because he doesn't really need to use his skill all that much.
With that whole situation in the underworld, we can finally look for the Stellaron.
Right! Stellaron. That's what we're doing.
But thinking about it, I feel a bit bad about Clara. We promised her that our talks with Svarog would go peacefully.
I mean, she didn't know that he would try to murder us. I forgot to be more diplomatic. He attacked first.
You tried your best. Don't blame yourself. I should have considered such a situation in advance. And it was Svarog who attacked first. We didn't have any other choice.
I didn't mean for you guys to start.
Oh no, I
beating
can't move the
yourselves
camera
up
again.
over it. Look on the bright side. Things turned out all right, didn't they? Now everyone knows that the real problem here is the Stellaron, and they're willing to help us out.
Well, not everyone. Just the people down here. We still have everyone upstairs to worry about.
All in all, the mission is going super smoothly.
That's what you said when before we got arrested.
But we still have a lot left to figure out. For instance...
Where's the Stellaron? Why does Cocolia have it in for us? And who is this Sampo character?
Exactly. There must be a reason for this sudden change in her attitude. And we still don't have the coordinates and location of the Stellaron.
That too.
We still haven't put all of the pieces together.
Actually, I've been having some dreams. Oh, we're finally mentioning this?
Dreams?
Oh, I remember you mentioned something about strange dreams before.
I can't believe we haven't gone into detail about it until now. Oh, thank God.
All three dreams were the same, with Cocolia and that other voice.
It would be weird to call it a coincidence.
It's probably the Stellaron.
I'm wondering if these dreams aren't just random, if there's some meaning behind them. Maybe you're having them because...
You're linked to the
Because
Stellaron.
of the Stellaron inside her?
Yes!
That's my hunch.
Use your
But I have
brain!
no proof.
Well, then that's as good as nothing for now. So, what should we do when we get back above ground? After all this talk, we're still back at square one.
We solve a puzzle one piece at a time. Let's get some rest. We'll talk to Wildfire tomorrow and get to the bottom of this. Also, there's still one more key character we haven't talked to yet. Her connection to Cocolia may be the key to cracking this mystery.
Who are you talking about? Alright, Gertie. Ah, you're back. How did it go? Are you tired? How'd Oleg treat you? He was nice to us. Natural immunity. That's true. Oleg usually looks quite serious. Takes care of everyone. Well, you must be exhausted after running around for the whole day. Take a rest in your room. I'll bring food over when it's ready. You are very nice. You're welcome. We're all friends now that you're staying at the Goth Grand Hotel. Almost forgot. How did you find the bed and pillow? And what about the room temperature? Is the Geomero furnace working fine? If you need anything, just let me know. I filled out a service rating card. Hey, that's great. I didn't expect it to be like you to have the time. Thanks a lot, really. I'll take that then. Thanks loads. Your opinion is highly regarded, and your feedback will definitely help improve the quality service for our boutique hotel. I'm glad I remembered that I filled that out. And go ahead and have these. I won't take no for an answer. There's just a few small things that I've been building up around here. Haven't been able to give them away. Hope to see you next time. Praise of high morals.
Come right on in and take a seat.
Bottom mushroom soup.
You're back. I've heard from Wildfire that you helped resolve that whole situation with Svarog. Amazing. It must have been exhausting. Please have some food and get a good night's rest.
Were they voiced the last time we were here? I don't remember. Suppose it would be good to get some sleep. Alright. Go to bed. Okay, can't fill out another service card. All we can do is rest. Wave of tiredness comes over you, reminding you that you haven't rested in a long time. Even the most terrible dream won't make you up this time. That's right, we haven't slept in 3 days, technically, canonically, at this point. Or what I assume are 3 days.
Over there. See that? That used to be the worst street in Rivet Town. And it's also where I grew up. My friends and I used to wander those streets, thinking about where to find our next meal. That is, until Chief Oleg got me out and took me to the orphanage.
So we get to cut back to these two, I guess.
There, I learned to read and write from Natasha. At the age of 10, I started to patrol the mines with Oleg, occasionally getting into fights with the local thugs.
That sounds nice.
Nice? You being sarcastic with me?
Oh, no, sorry. Life in the underworld is difficult. I shouldn't be speaking about it so lightly.
You're always so serious. It really gets on people's nerves sometimes, you know?
Actually, I think this might be a good time to bring this up. Somebody pointed out to me that Silverwolf honestly just looks like a shorter, younger Bronya. And I honestly see it. I definitely see it as a resemblance.
Right.
They even have the drills in the hair.
What I meant was... I kind of envy you, Zila.
You don't remember your childhood.
For as long as I can remember, my days have been an endless cycle of studying, etiquette lessons, and training.
Military life sucks.
Every day, all I hear is, remember who you are, Bronya. This is against the Architect's admonishments, Bronya. Ladies shouldn't use such foul language, Bronya. Some may envy this kind of life, but I have felt trapped. When every choice and every goal has already been made for you. You probably can't imagine how that feels.
No, I can't. But more importantly, what kind of foul language were you using?
Fut, chick, pits, ass, tits. I can never remember all of the 7 words you're not supposed to say on TV. But we're over almost 20 minutes into this stream. Nobody's gonna care if I start to swear. I made a rhyme! Well, would you look at the time?
In the name of the Architects, I shall stick this spear into your nostril.
Ow.
That's it? Oh, that's nothing. Looks like I'll have to teach you some underworld slang before you go back.
Sure.
No. No, that won't be necessary.
It'll be better than poking people's nostrils, at least. I never thought that I'd be here having a heart-to-heart with the future Guardian. As a kid, I didn't meet many people who lived in the overworld. I only heard stories from the grown-ups and figured you were all just a bunch of cold snobs.
I've heard from some Silvermane veterans that before the orders were made to seal off the underworld from the overworld, there was no difference between the two places. Everybody ate the same food, chatted about the same topics, celebrated the same festivals.
And you could freely travel between the two.
Even though times are different now, things like the joys and sorrows of life, the ties between people, these precious things must certainly still connect us all. If there is a way to bridge the gap between the two worlds, we can definitely go back to the time when you and I were not divided. When we could stand side by side against the Eternal Freeze and the Fragmentum.
I just realized that when I looked at the shop earlier in the stream today, that might have been the first time I've looked at the shop at all at this point in the game. And we're basically like almost 20 hours into the game at this point.
I'm not like you. I don't have that many grand plans for the future. But if that's the future you want, I'm willing to build this bridge with you.
Thank you, Zila. Your trust is very important to me.
Speaking of which, what are you going to do next? What Svarog revealed must have made quite an impact, huh?
You know, I wonder how often it would be better to actually, like, when localizing a name, to give it a spelling in the new language that matches its pronunciation.
Yes. I thought I was prepared for anything, but...
But at the same time, I know there's a lot of weird stuff in English in particular where we like to keep the original pronunciation with words, even if they are spelled differently. I've never understood it, but it's nice in some cases.
As long as I am the Guardian's successor, those truths will come out sooner or later. But why does my mother hide it from me? And why does she want me to hunt down the outsiders who know about the nature of the Stellaron? It doesn't make sense.
She has some sort of goal that aligns with keeping the Stellaron around.
I thought it over. There's only one thing I can do. Go ask her directly.
I'm sure it's going to end well.
You... Hold on. You're not really going, are you? Alone? You can't. This plan is...
I wouldn't even call it a plan, actually.
I've already thought it through, Zila. I am Madame Cocolia's daughter. That will never change. Be it my duties as her heir or as a Silvermane guard, I must face my problems head on. Even if...
Branya.
This is for you, Zila. Please help me pass it on to the outsiders. If I am unable to see you again, they'll know what to do.
If that's not a death flag, yikes.
Okay, I understand. You've made up your mind, and there's nothing I can say that will change it. But remember this. If you run into trouble, I will come to save you, no matter what.
That reminds me, I should probably switch. Yeah, we're already in subscriber-only chat. Big brain time.
Then I'll be waiting for you. So, did you come to this spot when you were a child?
Considering you're roughly the same age and you're both from the same orphanage, it's amazing you didn't encounter each other. And I still want to know if not Natasha even remembers you.
Of course. I just didn't appreciate how
Oleg
nice it
might.
was at the time. Very nice.
That was a good sleep. I should go meet up with March and Dan Hung.
Alright. Alrighty. Small. Look how small she is. Alright.
Took you long enough, sleepyhead. We've been waiting all day.
Cut Stell some slack. She haven't slept for 3 days.
I've noticed that our sleep routines don't match up. You either keep getting up in the middle of the night or snoozing away until the day's almost out. Unacceptable. You gotta work on your teamwork.
Sure, March.
Did you have a dream again last night?
If you go without sleep for a long enough period, you'll just black out. You won't even have dreams. Not this time. I dreamed that Hook and Pom Pom got into a squabble. I can't remember.
So that's why you slept for so long.
Well then, let's go find Wildfire to discuss our next move and see if they have any new discoveries.
Let's go! I can't wait to finally get back above ground.
Alrighty. Future
Where have
plans.
you been?
Oh, those are the kids. Okay. I go. Oh, why did we always meet in this weird alley?
Oh, look who's here.
It's the Bane of Svarog, the big hero of the underworld. And the other big heroes, Dan Hung and March 7.
Were those lines rehearsed?
I'm sorry. I can't be mad at this guy. He's just too hilarious.
Where's Natasha? Is she here?
He's probably busy.
She has a bunch of other things to attend to, so I hope you don't mind talking to this old man instead. I speak on behalf of Natasha. By the way, sorry for keeping that whole thing about her being the actual leader of Wildfire a secret.
Was that really necessary? Doesn't matter anyway. Whatever happened to trust? I'm not seeing the apology here. It doesn't matter anyway.
I'm glad you don't mind. Natasha is always cautious, but she has no ill intent, as you surely have noticed. She told me to make sure you return to the overworld safely. I gave it some thought, and I think the safest way is to ask this fella for help.
Oh boy.
I brought you down. I can take you back up. Free of charge. Satisfaction guaranteed.
There's no need to knock us out this time, right?
I don't know. I could use the extra sleep.
Of course not. This time, we'll go back through the furnace core.
And why do we need you? I have a feeling the path he took before is he just dumped us in the food chute that they transport food to this place. Oh, like, give us someone else. Just tell us the path you used before.
That would be problematic and dangerous. Trust me, we should go through the furnace core.
Ugh, enough chatter. Just be a good guide.
Where's Branya?
Hold on. What about Branya? Why isn't she here?
She already went back. As you know, she has some things to settle with the Supreme Guardian.
She's gonna get herself killed.
What? She just ditched us and went back? How could you let her?
She also has her own plan. She left without Sampo?
Enough about Sampo. We need him for this trip. And we can still get rid of him after we reach the surface.
Miss Sela, I'm still here, you know.
Oh, right. Branya told me to give you this.
She left us a letter. Could this be one of those open in case of emergency letters? I've never gotten one of those before.
I can't move the
Should we
camera.
wait until we run into something dangerous?
No, read it now.
Stop overthinking and just open it.
Thank you, Dan Hung. I'm glad that there's another Dan here that can speak for me. Can March and Dan Hung. By the time you read this letter, I should have returned to the overworld and be on my way to see my mother. I apologize for not telling you of my plan. I was afraid that you would strongly object, which might sway my resolve. Madame Cacolia raised me up, and I will never be able to repay her kindness. She taught me countless life lessons and virtues, as well as how to defend Belobog and its people. Even though she has lately made certain decisions that puzzled me, I can't let go of all the precious memories I have with her. I must communicate my point of view and thoughts to her honestly, and I seek to arrive at a mutual understanding with her. This is my goal as a daughter, but also as my duty as a Silvermane guard. But I'm aware of the risk I might face on this journey, so if I fail to win my mother's approval, or if something happens to me, please forward this letter to the Landau siblings. That's Gepard or Serval, I think. And ask for their help. Okay, I should have just read the next fucking sentence. I'm dumb. Serval and Gepard are honorable people with enormous power in Belobog, and I have complete faith in them. I'm sure they will unreservedly help you in the search for the Stellaron once they see my seal in handwriting. Branya Rand.
Brother and sister Landau? I know the brother must refer to Gepard, but who could the sister be?
It was in the letter!
Oh, Serval! So she's Gepard's older sister.
How very astute of you. Maybe the sister refers to Gepard. Oh, that's a good point.
Hey, stay on track.
Yeah, we can't assume gender roles here.
Sampo, do you know the Landau siblings?
Landau. Yeah, we're old friends. I've mostly dealt with the younger brother in the past, but the sister, she's much scarier. Today's supposed to be a day of celebration, so let's not talk about it right now.
Isn't Japar the guy that you ran away from, though, when you abandoned us in the snowfields?
We can set out at any time. Just come find me when you're ready.
Alright, not good with farewells. That was really short. That was like 15 minutes. One, two, three. You are the honorary member of the Moles. I am Pitch Dark Hook the Great. I borrowed Julian's stuff to message you. I'm not good at typing yet, so difficult. Right, need your help. Come find me if you ever tell that old witch, otherwise you are done for. And Dr. Dig. I'm sorry I finally got your contact, but I have something to tell you. Boss Scott has been talking every day about how we need some business models. He's worked up about this. If you have the time, can you chat with him? I'm telling you, you can make a ton of money. Who's Scott? Never heard of him. And I'll be like, Boss Scott is the most powerful man in the underworld. Loads of people want to be his friend. Anyway, talk to Boss Scott when you have the time. Alright. What's the next mission? Cleanse the darkness outside. Oh, I didn't realize that these are all in the... They're categorized. So Hook's treasure is Slice of Life for the Furnace, and so is Origin of Medicine. Because when we did the other Hook companion quest, it was also Slices of Life before the Furnace. So this is like Hook 2, I guess. So they all have multiple character missions. Or maybe some people do and some people don't. Oh well. Alright, return to the surface.
Well, my friends, are you ready to head out?
Let's go.
Wonderful. Remember to bring enough food and drink to refuel on the way. We have a lot of steps to climb.
Oh god, it's a staircase? I was hoping it's an elevator. Oh! Meanwhile, in Bellabog...
I have returned.
Bronya, I thought I'd lost you.
I didn't notice the last time we saw her that they have the same earrings.
Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch the butler right away.
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now. Sorry, Mother. I'm fine, really. I just got into a few skirmishes down in the underworld, but nothing I couldn't handle.
The underworld. Oh, I see.
That's not good. No one does a camera close-up on someone's mouth like that when they're sighing if it's a good thing.
In that case, report everything you saw. Commander Bronya.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld. Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help the residents of the underworld resolve a few issues of survival. We also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about the Stellaron.
I don't like that camera close-up. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
I'm listening. Go on.
Madam Cocolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before. I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has brought upon Bellabog. Mother?
You mean the planet? It brought disaster
you
upon the
know
planet.
The truth about the Stellaron, haven't you?
Bellabog's the last surviving city on the
The
planet,
responsibility
supposedly.
of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being Guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity. So, I ask you to forgive my defiance, but I believe that the order to dispatch the outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years. And those outsiders may be the...
Enough!
Oh, that was a bad delivery.
Arrogant. Ignorant. Oh, you disappoint me, Bronya. You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg, and now you think you know everything. You spend a short time with that underworld scum, and suddenly you have the audacity to question my orders?
Oh, God. This is not the kind of person you can reason with.
Guards! Take Bronya.
What guards? There's no one else in this room.
They are not scum. My entire life, everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses. Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
That is a good question.
I see.
Do you?
I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon.
So soon compared to when? She's like, what, 20-something?
You want to know why I gave those orders? Is that right? Do you believe you're ready to learn the truth?
Yes. I am ready. Mother?
I don't know if I would let her walk up to me at this point, but I'm not her daughter, so I don't have the... I probably have less of a feeling like I'm going to get stabbed because Bronya, I assume, watches a lot less movies than I do.
Then come with me, Bronya.
I don't like the looks of this.
It is time you heard it. The voice of this dying world.
That's not good. Are we cutting back to us? Ooh, in prison sounds good.
Ah, we're finally back. I forgot what fresh air tasted like.
Oh, I thought there'd be a cool level in between that we'd have to navigate. Also, Sampo's gone. What flavor is it?
Freedom. A cold. Mainly cold, actually. Let's go. Where's our next stop? We should find somewhere to put our feet up. As long as it's not Goethe Hotel again.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was. No sooner are we back in the administrative district than he sneaks off.
Bye, Sampo. We should hide in plain sight to the hotel. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Let's find Lindau. Home is where the heart is. Back to the express. Hide in plain sight.
No way! The boss will recognize us. Plus, Silvermane guards are stationed nearby. We'd be offering ourselves up on a silver platter.
Okay, fine.
Don Hung, what do you think?
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Serval Landau.
So, you think we should avoid Japard for the time being, right?
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him. Besides, if he hasn't been persuaded by Branya's letter, we'd be walking right into the lion's den.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good.
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Serval's workshop then?
But we must keep a low profile. We're still wanted fugitives.
Okay, cool. Let me check a few trash cans on the way.
What's wrong, Zila?
Nothing. It's just a little... new.
That's right, you have never been up here before.
The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any of this.
Okay, I didn't realize that you'd actually ever been up here. I just assumed.
The overworld and the underworld. We've been cut off for so long. I'm okay. Let's go.
Cool. What's the new mission?
So many Silvermane guards on patrol. Is it usually like this?
No. I don't remember the security being this tight last time. Might have something to do with us. The Supreme Guardian has probably learned of our arrival already. Bronya.
Trash can. A pretty postcard is lying in the trash can. It reads, "Friend, you've crossed the line. This isn't something you should have touched. Signed, Garbage King." There is a coin glued to the back of the postcard. It seems the king understands that you need to tip someone if you want them to pass on the message. Seems you've got yourself a competitor when it comes to rooting around through trash cans. Why would he call himself the Garbage King? Isn't he embarrassed? The fucking poster. Can I read it? Oh, I can. Especially unbridled portrait here. Rather a wanted poster. The figure in the picture is predominantly grayish-white, androgynous, looking straight at you with a sense of lukewarm lifelessness in their eyes, coupled with a structure that appears to be a hand gripping a baseball bat. It is instantly clear whom the figure refers. You decide to peel it off the wall for the sake of Belobog, and for your own sake. Nice looking trash can. That's all it really is, a trash can. Pleasant looking trash. Alright, where to?
Have you heard of the Rightful Right Society?
Mailbox. Nothing special about the mailbox. You feel like it's something wrong. You look carefully at it again and see if there's a letter hidden in its shadow. Put it in the mailbox. Pick up the letter and put it in the mailbox. From deep in your heart, you feel the most noble existence smile, wink, and give you the thumbs up, like a soldier trying to gauge an explosion radius. Yeah. Can I get the letter from the... I can't deliver the mail from the Garbage King. Okay. Am I forgetting something? Right, Sorvel's shop. Right over here.
Who is it? Shop's closed today. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
It's us.
I remember. The three outsiders. Wait, why are you still strolling around the city? Do you know the Silvermane guards are looking all over for you? Quick, act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted.
How nice. She helped us out right away.
All right, you'll be safe here. My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in. Just what crime did you commit, exactly? They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
Oh, we just...
Not yet, March. Bronya said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely?
I mean, you've done out of your way for us right now.
Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Kokolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refuse to stand with her. I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence, they would have released it by now.
So they got nothing. So we're literally just being arrested on somebody's word and word alone?
I know Kokolia's style. get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
I ponder everything. Okay. So what details have you been pondering?
Me? None. What Cocolia and the architects get up to has nothing to do with me. My time is too precious for pondering. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence.
I wish I could do that. Just have a nice day job and then go back home and do streaming all day for the rest of it. If that's the goal lifestyle.
If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past. Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Branya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me. You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
We might as well tell the long and short of it from start to finish.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
Sure. I bet you have pictures to go along with it, too.
Try not to embellish the facts.
Alrighty.
So that's what's been happening. No wonder we hadn't heard from Branya recently. After all these years in isolation and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld?
10 years of isolation.
I believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Zila here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know why Branya got you to find me. When I was still one of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects. Come on, I'll tell you everything.
I'm surprised we didn't ask her about the Stellaron, because it felt like we were asking everybody about it.
Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze. But according to the data recorded in that robot, Svarog, the architects dug out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them.
But why? Oh, that's right, because that first Guardian used the Stellaron to freeze the invading army, I guess?
Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. It's clear now that anyone who wanted to get closer to the truth would have been expelled or abandoned. Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure.
Yeah, now that I think about that out loud, yeah, she could have had you killed. How much do you know about the Stellaron?
I figured out that the Stellaron and the Fragmentum were linked, so I was already close to the truth. It's a shame that the architects ejected me before I could discover that the source of the Fragmentum was the Stellaron itself. Before I lost my position, I was applying for permission to survey the Stellaron directly. It was my research topic, but I'd never even set eyes on it. My research was all based on historical data and lab simulations.
Man, you and Svarog would get along.
Not long after I submitted my preliminary report and application, I received my punishment. It was obvious that somebody didn't want my research to continue.
Do you know what Cocolia's end goal is?
Cocolia... It's been so many years since we last spoke. We were great friends once. There was nothing we wouldn't share. She became a completely different person when she took on the Supreme Guardianship. The convictions she once held, her enthusiasm... It was like they were drawn out of her by some mysterious force.
She's listening to the voices in her head. That's the problem.
She gave the order to expel me herself and refused to see me. I never understood that behavior, and I gave up trying to use logic to work it out a long time ago. Sometimes I even wonder whether she really did become a different person. Is that possible? Perhaps there's a single guardian consciousness that gets handed down from generation to generation, and the real Cocolia has already vanished.
Oh, that's a very interesting theory, and I hope it's not incorrect, because we're going to lose Bronya if that is probably the case.
Is she being compelled by previous generations of guardians to make such baffling decisions? Who knows? But this might make for good songwriting material.
Is now really the time to be thinking about that? Can we talk to Japard?
Japard? Not a chance. He's a decent guy, but also famously uncompromising.
I mean, he was willing to believe us at the beginning.
For my brother, orders are more important than anything. Even if you stuck Bronya's letter to his forehead, he wouldn't be swayed. You need to choose your words carefully if you want to persuade him of something. It might be best if I talk to him. Though, I'd need a strategy first.
Do you know where the Stellaron is?
Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish a rough location. According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog, somewhere in the vast snow plains.
Cool, new area.
We must locate it as soon as possible, ideally before Cocolia takes action. Can you tell us the way?
Not a problem. I was thinking the same thing. But I'm afraid telling you might not be enough. The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum. If you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get past the Silvermane Guard restricted zone on the front lines first.
Yeah, that sounds kind of annoying.
Even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with.
Silvermane Guard restricted zone. A whole heap of Fragmentum.
Correct. And it's different from the underground towns you described. The Fragmentum there has quite literally torn everything to pieces. There's no sign of life, despite the monsters.
It sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough. Why don't we go back underground and get Wildfire to come with us?
I fear we may not have the time.
That is a good point, Mr. Hung.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very well. This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
I've never heard anyone use the term brawn waves before in my life.
Really? Great. Phew. It's less scary if someone you know is leading the way.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade. You don't get that many decades in life. That's settled then. There's no time to lose. We should head out as soon as you're ready.
Alrighty. Oh.
Darn it! I forgot my brother said he'd be around today. Find somewhere to hide, quick! I'll handle him.
Do you think he could hear us?
Japard! It's you! I didn't think you'd have the time to visit with things so tense on the front line.
Oh my god, she's terrible at lying.
Things are manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later. I thought I told you.
Ah! Oh, yes. That's right.
Sis, you look a bit pale. Did something happen?
No. Why would anything have happened?
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agree. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Brosif?
You can call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device, and the engineers in our unit don't know how to fix it. I need you to take a look.
Oh.
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design. I thought it was something big. Leave it here. I'll take a look.
Sorry to trouble you.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under curfew all of a sudden? Has something happened?
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Lil Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
Don't say that. Forget it. If I don't tell you, Pela will.
That's a way to think.
Last night, Lady Bronya suddenly appeared. She entered Klepoth Fort without saying anything to anyone. The Supreme Guardian is worried that the 3 intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a curfew for the entire city and ordered us to pursue and capture any suspicious individuals.
Ah, so that's how it is. No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya. Is she alright?
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klepoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned. Nothing more.
Oh, I just realized that we're really not that... I was just about to say, there's nowhere to fucking hide in here, and now we can see Zila right there in the corner.
Well, I was sure worried about her. After she disappeared, Pela's workload doubled. She said she barely had time to go out.
She really does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here. Let me have a look for it. I think I left it over...
Wait!
What is it? You seem pretty off today, Serval.
Literally, he walks 3 feet to the left. He's gonna see them if he turns his head like 5 inches.
It's, right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them all over there during a bit of spring cleaning, and now they smell terrible. So, don't go over there.
God, she's bad at lying.
Seems like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you were spring cleaning? You must be up to more forbidden research.
Am not. How dare you? What do you take your sister for?
A liar.
Never mind. This is your space, and I shouldn't intrude. I've got business to take care of. Bye for now.
God, he's such a caring little brother. I wonder what my little brothers are doing right now.
Wait a sec. Those intruders. I wanted to ask, what crime have they committed?
They're plotting to overthrow the architects and bring harm to the city.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me. Kokolia's methods haven't changed.
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the Supreme Guardian, but this isn't a joking matter.
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Pela in my next rehearsal.
I will, if I have the time.
At least they have a semi-healthy relationship.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
Ah, the toolbox.
Ew, I nearly suffocated. What kind of plot device was that?
I almost lost my cool when he went for his flask.
This is bad. Bronya's in danger. We have to go save her.
Well, we don't know that she's in danger, but it is a safe assumption, all things considered.
Attempting to storm Klepoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a suicide mission. Rest assured, Kokolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya. I'm certain of that.
You sound like Bronya herself. I don't get it. You guys are against Kokolia, and yet in some ways, you seem to trust her completely.
Probably because they've all known her for over 10 years. Have you thought a way to persuade Japard? Is Japard going to the Silvermane Guard restricted zone?
Didn't you hear him? He said he needs to take care of a few matters in the city first. If we're fast enough, we can stay out of his way. Come on, let's go to the restricted zone. If we can get ahead of the curve and find the Stellaron, Cocolia will be out of options.
Makes sense. Well, that was a short quest. I guess it was 30 minutes. I say short quest. Unattainable Idol. Go to the Silvermane Guard restricted zone with Serval.
Is Bronya really safe?
You care about her, huh? You must have become close friends.
Close is a bit much, but I made her a promise.
Come around and have a look.
Relax. She's the strongest girl I've ever seen.
I can believe that.
Someone threw a book in the trash can. You pick it up. Seems to be a lengthy serial novel in the name of The Tales of Winterlands. You seem to have an incomplete fourth volume in your hands. You know, if there was a poster to tear down for the Trailblazer... Aha! There's gotta be other posters. Who the hell is that? Is that supposed to be Sampo? There's an otherworldly, sensuous portrait here. Rather a wanted poster. The guy in the poster appears to be sincere, gripping a rose in his teeth as he blazes with enthusiasm. You identify him as the classic male lead in a once popular period genre, always fiery, always aggressive, always unabashedly charismatic. Usually we call this kind of guy a reckless Lothario. You decide to peel it off the wall. After all, you know who this portrait is of. And love must always have an object of its desires. Okay, I gotta look for more of these. Silver lettering, you found it next to the mailbox. You speculate that this is the flyer coupon that the love letter was sent to the wrong address. But this is the trash can. Today is Guardian Alyssa's birthday. The recipient of this letter must forward it to 3 other people within a day. Bad luck will follow them for a whole year. You wonder what happened to this person who threw it away. It's fucking chain letter. Oh, hang on, here's one. My god, what is with this art? There's an expressively unbridled portrait here, or rather a wanted poster. It has said the aesthetics of the artist are shocking to the eye. The frantic brushwork combines with bold colors vividly bring the character to life, while the joyful emotion conveyed by the whole portrait spills out of the canvas. You can say it's 100% faithful in its likeness to the original. You decide to peel it off the wall. Such a masterpiece can scarcely be made public to the world. In any case, not to her at least. Don't let March 7th see it. Ooh, trash can. Smell a strong stench as you approach the trash can. Almost as if there's some strange, twisted, dark purple aura surrounding it. Protesting, in no uncertain terms, no living entities permitted. Be that as it may, are you going to open it? Open it. While your astonished companions look on, you hold your breath as you proceed towards the can like a soldier charging into a hail of bullets. Wait, why are you so interested in rooting through every trash can in the city? What do you have to gain? Charge! You decided to open the lid of the can with a determined mind. At your first glance, you saw that a strange, stinky thing. Suddenly, like the old monk sitting in concentrated introspection, you reach out and grab it. However, you fail to reach the enlightenment given that your companions just ran for cover holding their noses. We obtained trash. You notice there's an unbelievable number of trash cans in the city. Someone did once propose to reduce the overall number to initiate some kind of garbage tax policy, but it only increased the amount of garbage on the street. Now people in the city have become of the consensus that trash cans and Belbug's other business card. Ah, is that it? There we go. I think we found them all. There's an otherworldly sensuous portrait here, or rather a wanted poster. The guy in the poster appears aloof, holding a blue flower, as cool as ice. You identify him as the classic second male lead in a once popular period genre, always indifferent, always at a distance, always struggling to keep emotions in check. We usually call this kind of guy... Darn it, you wanted to come up with some cooler nickname. But those kilobytes of brain power seem preoccupied with an existing name, Cold Dragon Young. God damn it. The fucking fighting ring. You decide to peel it off the wall. The nameless never left behind any credit for good deeds done, let alone for a portrait as exquisite as this. Oh, hang on, another one over here. Oh my god. Oh, does this mean that there's like 3 for each of us? Expressively unbridled portrait here, or rather a wanted poster. This guy's eyebrows betray a hint of serenity as well as a slight gravitas, yet not as wild as the poster itself. You can basically confirm who this guy is looking down at you. If you take the poster back to the train and show it to that person, he'll probably show exactly the same expression as he had in the poster. You decide to peel it off the wall for the sake of Belobog and the sake of your companion. Okay, so that means there's got to be like an anime one as well for some people. Outlying snow plains. Oh, I think I see one. Jeez, how big is Belobog? There's an expressly unbridled portrait here, or rather a wanted poster. The figure is highly unique. 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, or to be more descriptive, is deep blue hair and jade green eyes. This isn't going over your head, but the portrait really is so expressive that any description here would be gilding the lily. Look, his half-smiling sneer says it all, really. You decide to peel it off the wall, mainly for Belobog, thinking of all you've been through here. You don't really care how the character in the poster feels. Man, everyone's so mean to Sampo. Alright, eyes. Spy me a wanted poster. I mean, I do spy this. Ooh, sparkly. Begin to fill the life of the Silvermane Guard for yourself. Graduation, deployments, his contributions, your brilliance. They were offended at some lower, got demoted, thrown out in the cold. Oh, for the love of... Looks like it really is a statue. What? As you approach, you see the light flicker in the guard's eyes. Phew, still a person. Oh, we can expect the blockade line. Silvermane Guard is keeping watch on the downhill road. Silvermane Guard... It keeps changing. Coldly conveying a silent order to go away. The guard seems unhappy at your arrival. Apparently he didn't welcome your approach. For some reason, a sweet female voice pops into your head. How about we explore the area ahead of us later? Silvermane Guard is on the watch of the road. They stand here all day. You must be bored to death, not to mention it's really bad for your knees. Silvermane Guard standing like a statue. Can't help but wondering if the deployment could be a result of an argument with someone further up the chain of command. You begin to fill the life of the Silvermane Guard for yourself. Okay, now we've looped through. Oh, wait! There we go. There's an otherworldly, sensuous portrait here, or rather a wanted poster. The woman in the poster is smiling like a flower holding a camera? She looks at you affectionately, or possibly at somewhere just behind you. Honestly, it's hard to take seriously this beautiful portrait before you. It looks exactly like her, yet different in every sense. If you twisted my arm, perhaps a little less joyful. You decide to peel it off the wall. If she likes it, you can stick it back up. Looks like the last one. Belobog Cityscape has been completely revitalized, thanks to you. Congratulations. You count and find 7 wanted posters in total, but unfortunately, despite collecting all 7 of these, no Supreme Guardian pops out of nowhere to grant fulfillment of your wishes. That's all there is regarding these wanted posters, but if you're still curious, you might be able to get some of your Silvermane Guard friends. Japard and Pela. You can ask them why these wanted posters are so strange. 50 credits. So Japard and Pela are the ones who made the wanted posters? That's funny. That also explains the 2 very distinct and creative art styles.
Oh, they've jacked up security all right. How the heck are we gonna sneak in? Serval, we need one of those brainwaves.
Leave it to me. Stick close, guys, and don't get spotted.
This is a military base. Trespassers aren't allowed in. Wait, isn't that... Ha! Serval! Long time no see.
Well, if it isn't Franz. Long time no see. You still watching the entrance?
Well, you see, you haven't changed, Serval. Still nailing us to the wall. So, what brings you over here at this hour? And who are the guys behind you?
Oh, thank God, they haven't seen the wanted posters.
My brother said the restricted zone energy lines were malfunctioning. Told me it was urgent. He doesn't trust those contracted maintenance workers, so he got me in for free. These guys are my assistants. We need to overhaul all the installations here.
I didn't hear anything about the energy lines malfunctioning.
Oh, please. This is a technology division issue. Why would they tell you guys? Come on, let us in already. If the heating system goes down in the middle of the night, are you gonna be responsible for all the frozen corpses?
Did you have to lay it on so thick?
No, that's, not something I could handle.
Oh, it changed it, updated his name to Franz.
Seeing as you're Captain Japard's sister, it should be fine. Okay, here are some temporary passes. Oh, and remember to give them back to me when you leave.
Thanks, Franz. I'll put in a good word for you with my brother and get him to promote you.
No, Captain Japard hates all that under-the-table stuff. I'd have a better chance if you don't mention me at all.
Interesting. Damn, he's a stand-up guy. I should probably switch up my team. I mean, I have pretty decent coverage here. We have Quantum, Wind, and Ice. And Physical. Who is that with a big-ass shield over there? He looks cool.
See? That was easy.
You're Japard's sister, all right.
I don't want people to see me that way.
Oh!
Do you
Walked
see
in.
that mechanical gear bridge? When you cross over to the other side, you arrive at hell on Earth.
I see giant robots out there. So what exactly is on the other side?
An endless fragmentum, a few exhausted Silvermane guards, and the stench of death in the air.
Great! I can't wait!
If we want to progress further north, we will need to cross that hell. Are you ready?
Come this far.
Exactly. We've got nowhere left to retreat.
Let's go then. First, we need to think of a way to get to the other side. I helped set the underlying mechanisms for this type of gear bridge. It's controlled via different terminals in combination.
I see one of
Let's
them
go
over
find
there.
Is Japard on frontline duty a lot?
Yes, but what made you ask that all of a sudden?
It's so dangerous. Don't you worry about him?
He's a Landau.
That does not exactly inspire confidence.
Nope. This terminal's offline. We can't control it from here.
So what's the plan?
Look for another. Every platform linked to the gear bridge should have a similar terminal.
I never would have guessed that Japard and you were brother and sister.
I would
I
have.
can't say I blame you. We're nothing alike in personality or interests. In our family, we have a strong military tradition going back generations. Darn! Can't activate it. It seems like someone severed the energy supply to the terminals.
So someone deliberately trying to create trouble? Did we do this?
What are you talking about? I think the guards must have done this intentionally. With the front line on high alert, they must have rotated the bridge to make it impassable. Then they cut off the energy supply to the terminals to avoid accidental repositioning. Or to prevent deserters from escaping.
That's fucking dark.
That way, even if the front line were to collapse, the Fragmentum monsters wouldn't be able to make it to the other side.
But can't some of them fly? They cut off their only retreat. That's wise tactics. Fuck you.
Branya was right. The Silvermane guards really are risking their lives to protect Belobog.
Just my conjecture, but I doubt it's far from the truth. My brother mentioned that they've had to use extreme measures to repel the Fragmentum monsters. Let's press on. We can't activate either of these terminals, so let's look for the energy supply installation itself.
Big guy over there. This is going to turn into a huge combat zone later, isn't it?
That's it! The thing's shaped like a giant iron ball.
And it's behind a gate. What are the odds?
Very high, actually.
Its formal name is the Mechanism Energy Hub. It's connected to all the energy lines. I would have thought it covers the entire restricted zone.
No wonder it's so heavily guarded.
One unit for everything? That's a disaster waiting to happen. We learned the hard way.
Yep.
As long as we can gain access permissions to the hub, we can operate the gear bridge terminals.
Imagine if your city only had one power outlet. Won't that cause a commotion?
That's why I told them we were here for urgent maintenance. The frontline equipment needs servicing just as much as the rest.
So that's why you went for maintenance. Way to go, Serval. I thought you just came up with it on the spot.
I thought that was going to be our cover the whole time anyway.
Come on. Let's see if that guard over there will let us pass.
What's your name?
Yo, evening soldier.
Are you the emergency engineers? I saw you guys hanging around. Did you find the problem?
Not yet. Everything looks normal so far. I think the problem is stemming from the energy hub. If you let us in, we can do a routine service inspection. I've worked on various iterations of this type of installation.
No. No can do. No one gets near the energy hub without the security captain's encryption key.
This guy's voice sounds familiar. It almost sounds like a less enthusiastic Brian David Gilbert.
Not even the Supreme Guardian?
The Supreme Guardian? Hey, no games, you hear? No dice without the encryption key.
It definitely sounds like Brian David Gilbert, just a little bit.
Darn, this guy's not stupid.
You need the encryption key, right? Which captain should I bother then?
Captain Dunn's resting up ahead. Go and find him. If he grants you permission, I won't stand in your way.
It really does sound like Brian David Gilbert, just a little bit. I can't unhear it now that I've said it.
Done? Why didn't you say so? No problem, we'll be back in a bit.
Done. Tile.
Serval, this Dunn, do you know him?
You bet I do. We go way back. He's easy to talk to. Watch me persuade him.
Watch me persuade him. Oh, it's one of the big cool shield guys.
Hey, Dunn! It's been a while. I didn't know you made security captain.
Serval, it's been a long time. You're still so... You look good.
Did he just change his voice to sound tougher?
Allow me to introduce my assistants to you. They help me take care of business at the workshop. Everyone, this is Captain Dunn, an old friend of mine. He used to be an ace on the keys in the band.
Wait, he plays keys? He's a keyboard guy? This monster of a human being?
Oh, you play rock and roll too? Cool!
Pleased to meet you.
Someone smells weird. Great seeing you.
No, hello.
He changed his voice again.
Oh, what's that weird smell?
Oh, there was literally a weird smell. I thought we were talking about Dunn.
Zachary, how many days has it been since you showered?
I showered right before my shift.
What did you say?
I haven't showered in 2 days, sir.
Now I'm very confused.
Unacceptable, especially in front of visitors. Apologies for the embarrassment, all.
It's not a big deal, Dunn. You know, If you get a chance, would you want to get on stage with us again? My keyboard guy is pretty good, but I still miss our military days playing in the band.
That was a long time ago, Serval. I haven't touched a keyboard in ages. Besides, I'm stationed here all year round. I'm afraid I don't get many chances to return to the city. Though I don't stand on ceremony. How may I assist you? If everything's in order, you'd better head back to the city. It's not safe here.
I've checked the lines. There don't seem to be any major problems. All that's left is the energy hub.
I wonder what he looks like under the helmet.
The guard over there said that I needed an encryption key to open the gate. Can you help me out?
We'll be on our way after we run a checkup. Don't be hesitant in front of your dream girl. That's fucking funny. I'm not saying that to his face. I don't want to out him like that. Gotta be a wingman in this situation.
Anything wrong done?
Sorry, Serval, but can you tell me what Captain Gepard told you?
Huh? Oh, let me think. Hey, sis, the energy supply lines in the restricted zone have malfunctioned. Those useless engineers can't find the problem. Something like that?
And may I ask, when did he contact you?
When you came to my shop a little earlier today.
This morning? Yeah, that's right. He's on urban patrol.
God, I forgot.
Today,
She's
right?
terrible at lying.
That's why he popped around and asked the favor.
Aha. Captain Gepard just returned to the front line. I could reconfirm with him?
Huh? Hold up, he's back? That can't be. He was still in the city a little while ago.
You haven't changed, Serval. You're still a lousy liar.
Damn, he does know her well.
These people you've brought, they're not workshop assistants, right? Serval, it's not that I don't want to help you, but you should remember that I'm a Belobog Silvermane guard.
That is a fucking nutty design for a shield now that I look at it up close.
How about this? You can leave, and I won't tell anyone about this incident. But the outsiders must remain.
There goes the negotiation.
That's where all you should go. Sorry for getting you involved in this.
I brought you guys here, and I'm standing with you till the end.
Seems like this is gonna be a fight. I hope my party's good enough for this.
Son, this concerns the fate of Belobog. No, the fate of our whole world. Please, don't stand in our way.
If I get my ass beat, am I allowed to switch up my party after that?
Serval! We used to rehearse together every day. You must understand. My rock and roll soul is to uphold the dignity of a soldier.
Okay, I thought the game froze there.
The odds are against you.
Ooh, he's weak to quantum and ice. Nice, our team does matter. Which means let's just open with a Herda.
Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours.
This is the team I use for farming EXP materials. Just because I like it. Alrighty. I kind of wish that your speed was lower so you can go later in the turn order.
Ugh, this hand sucks.
One more.
Wow. Time to twirl!
We're just having fun.
Time to twirl!
What are you waiting for? The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well...
The reason I have Sampo in the team is because I like the DOT. The wind element I don't have a lot of.
Honored to meet me.
And he's one of those characters where I can kind of just use his skill, and I don't really... He does pretty good damage even as an auto attacker, which means I can save all my skill points for Kingchu. Which looks like we got them.
You're in bad shape.
On my mark! Here stands the Silvermane Guard.
Better late than never.
Shield reflect. Alright.
Time for the payout.
That looks like it hurt.
Sampo Koski always takes care of his friends.
Time to twirl. Time to twirl.
There we go.
That'll take more than medicine. Here comes the medicine.
Sampo's the squishiest, so we should probably top him off.
Wait for the tiles before you start counting.
Come on.
That's a set.
First try. Gotta get those breakfast stacks.
Time to twirl.
Sounds like more business knocking.
This is gonna hurt.
Time for a shot.
Tasty.
This is gonna be easy. We might even be over leveled for
You have
this.
to choose when to strike.
One.
Better late than never.
First try.
Time for the payout.
We're almost doing 4 digits. When I'm fighting grinding, I actually am hitting 4 digits pretty regular. If there was multiple enemies there, that would have been a 4-digit hit.
You must be honored to meet me.
Naughty children, don't savor the vigor of it.
Sorry, Dun.
Serval? Why?
I'm sorry, Dun. Time for a little nap.
He's just unconscious. Don't worry.
Stubborn fool. Strong, though. Wildfire lacks people like him.
Got it. The encryption key. Quick, before we attract attention, let's...
Oh, look, a klaxon alarm.
I think we attracted attention.
That's the enemy attack alarm. Every Silvermane guard in the reserve zone just became our enemy.
If we work together, we can break through the ranks. My life is short, but it was a life filled with...
You're not dead yet. How can you give up that easily?
Easily. Watch. Bye.
We've made it up till now. I could lose an arm and a leg for all I care. I have to lay eyes on the Stellaron. Quick, back to the energy supply hub. Anyone that tries to stop us is gonna find out a thing or two.
If I'd known he had the encryption key from the start, I could have snuck in and taken it off him myself.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, Sela. Activating the gear bridge alone would have been enough to expose us.
Alright. I hit fucking cancel like a moron.
We're in.
I'm not used to Y being a confirm button.
Oh, it's open. Oh, thank you, Dun.
What? I guess we should take Dun.
I could use some of your luck.
Give me some time. Who designed this operating system? It's so unintuitive.
I thought you designed it.
Emergency fire evacuation system? Not that. Rock and roll dance floor atmosphere mode? Who the heck added that? And they used one of my songs!
I bet Japard did.
Gear bridge control terminal. Ha! Still found it. That's it. I've reset the energy system. Let's go and operate the gear bridge terminal.
Okay, which way was that again?
Won't more Silvermane guards be waiting for us on the other side of the gear bridge?
Yep.
Then what's our plan?
Well, either we reason with them or charge straight through the blockade. Let's play it by ear.
Careful. There's a big guy up ahead.
These things are such a pain to fight.
There's no other way. We'll have to fight.
If we can beat Svarog, we can beat this one. Let's go.
I don't think I have the team set up to fight it, though. But Natasha is a fucking tank.
When the odds are against you, cut your losses.
Yep, I only have ice damage to rely on, but Sampo
What are you waiting for?
can get the bombs.
The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
Time to twirl!
I feel like every time I fight this guy, I only ever have one person that's the element he's weak to.
Oh,
No.
that's a set.
That's what we wanted.
Time for the payout.
But we're doing 700 damage a hit.
Try this on for size.
Time for a shot.
We want to keep Natasha topped off. Taunt and charge.
Better late than never.
Better to be lucky than good. Let's just keep stacking debuffs.
This is gonna hurt. Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big?
Start working on breaking them. You're the only one who can do it, Herta.
Naughty children, don't listen. You're in bad shape.
You're taunted.
Just in time. Just a little something.
And this is why we saved the Natasha ult.
Think nothing of it.
Alrighty.
Wait for the tiles before you start counting.
Commence gambling.
Stay calm.
Nope.
This
Uh-uh.
sucks. Gotcha.
Nope.
That's a set.
Never didn't have it.
Time for the payout. Time to twirl.
Sampo Koski always takes care of his.
Now that we have 5 stacks on you, we just gotta
you
keep
looking
5
at?
stacks on you.
Nap time.
Let's up your vulnerability to that DOT.
The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
Fights are like gambling. You have to choose when to strike. Oh. This hand
I have to
sucks.
save that last skill point
Look
for
at the
Sampo
draw.
when he rolls around. So we'll just
please,
ult
please.
here and hope we do enough damage.
Looks like victory!
That did enough damage.
Time to twirl!
Burn break. 909. I love this Mahjong tile. Chinju is probably my favorite character in this
Energy
game.
Stored. System online. Certification enabled. Come on. 40%.
I can't wait to get her 4th idol on so we can get that
65%.
free bonus attack every so often.
85%. We did it. We've gained access to the gear bridge. Let's move. Perfect. Okay. We need to get to the front line.
We're gonna have to fight your party again, aren't we?
We could have a problem. Your brother may be there.
He probably is. Hopefully we don't bump into him, but if we do, we'll just have to try and talk to him.
Are you sure you can convince him?
I'm sure.
I've probably got a 30% chance. Or less.
Meaning it could end in a fight.
I'm confident we can take him.
Haven't you noticed yet? Most of our convincing ends in a fight.
We need to be sure, Serval. If we can't reach a common understanding with your brother, will you stand with us?
Of course. My word is my bond. I said that I'd stand with you to the end, and I won't go back on that promise.
Before our next expedition, I need Himeko to teach me some negotiation skills. Beating people up all the time is cramping my elegance.
I haven't fought with Jafard since he enlisted. He could never beat me when we were little, but now...
That's not exactly an inspiring confidence, Serval. Yep. Right there.
Serval. It really is you.
Wait, Jafard, listen to me.
When the sentry reported to me, I thought there must have been a misunderstanding. The enemy alarm had to be unrelated to your entry into the restricted zone. Perhaps the intruders had taken you hostage. And yet...
Damn, we should have gone with that hostage angle. That's a really good idea in hindsight.
Step away from the intruders, Serval. Walk over slowly and stand behind me. You're different from them.
I'm sorry. We have an understanding. I stand with them. Give me a few minutes, just a few. I'll explain every...
Enough, Serval. Have you forgotten where we are? We Landaus ought to know this place better than anywhere. The outer reaches of the front line against the Fragmentum. Belobog's most strategic protective fortress. Every Silvermane guard here, every person here, is ready to sacrifice themselves. Ready to spill their blood for Belobog at a moment's notice.
But they don't have to.
Yet here you are, leading fugitives into the restricted zone. Attacking my Silvermane comrades in arms. Hijacking the energy hub. Are you really worthy of the Landau name?
Why do you think I've come here? We found a way to dispel the eternal freeze, to seal the Fragmentum. It might be the only lifeline this world has left.
If that
I'm not entirely sure of that. As far as I said, we all hold up in the underground for a couple hundred years.
Restricted zone and create chaos.
You don't understand. The one preventing us from getting close to the truth is Cocolia herself.
You have all seen the Supreme Guardian in person. Do you think you can act as you please because she didn't recognize your version of events?
Listen to me, Jafard. The origin and spread of the Fragmentum is linked to the Stellaron. The meteorite in the Architect's records, it's...
I know about the Stellaron. It's exactly what the fugitives behind you are seeking. But the Madam Guardian has already revealed the truth to me. These people have ulterior motives, Serval. They want to steal this treasure from the Architects.
It's not a treasure.
The Madam Guardian has warned me before that you were indulging in fantasy. That you'd been exposed to forbidden knowledge. And that you would bring destruction down upon Belobog. I believe you, Serval. I believe you think you're acting with loyalty to the people. It's just... Guards, formation. Arrest these people. We could be inundated with Fragmentum monsters at any moment. We have no time to waste on them.
Then let us look through.
The forbidden is only forbidden to conceal the truth within. Cocolia's afraid that we'll seize on this knowledge, that the truth will spread far and wide. To save the world, we must risk it all.
Not really. There's not much risk involved. We just need to, go out there and turn it off.
I've said my piece. Whether you believe it or not is up to you. Regardless, you should know by now your sister's never been one to back down. If there's something or someone you can't abide, you should stand up and resist. And if there's something you uphold, you should uphold it to the very end.
Well said, Serval. Think twice, Jafard. What happened to brainwaves?
Save your explanation for the judge. You are charged with sabotaging the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. In my capacity as captain, I hereby order that these fugitives be arrested. This isn't like our childhood game, Serval. You won't get any leniency from me.
Okay, let's kick his ass.
The barrier hasn't been fixed yet. Don't try and be a hero, Japard.
Didn't I tell you? All our negotiations end in combat.
I'm right up there with you, March. We probably could have talked our way out of this. Or we could have gone stealth. There were a lot of other options. Oh, we have,
Resistance is futile.
we are never gonna break through that.
When the odds are against you, cut your losses.
Whatever you say.
Gotcha. Ugh, this hand sucks. Come on. Better late than never.
Got it. Start stacking damage.
You must be honored to meet me.
Naughty children, don't listen.
You are all of our damage. You need to stay alive.
Stay focused.
Yeah, sure, focus Natasha. She's totally not gonna die.
Fights
Oh,
are
that's
like
splash
gambling.
damage. That's
You
not
have to
really good.
choose when to strike. Don't need this style. Time to twirl!
That's good.
You know who I am. Ever see a diamond this big?
Alrighty.
Oh,
Gotta get Natasha's ult off so we can stabilize. Sampo, you're our other DPS here.
I owe you. In the name of preservation.
That's not good. Holy crap, that he does a lot.
Just in time. Just a little something.
I don't think we're gonna top off.
that's a set. Wait for the tiles before you start counting. Time to twirl!
We're just having fun.
No, save skill points. We need them.
What are you looking at? It's gonna hurt.
You're in bad shape.
I won't break.
Our position is solid.
Man, if they keep getting extra turns like that, it's gonna be really annoying.
You have to choose when to strike.
Save a heal skill point for... Oh, we don't need to save any. Got it.
Time for the payout.
Sampo Koski always takes care of his friends.
You must be honored to meet me.
Time for a shot. All better now?
How appropriate.
On my command.
Alrighty.
What are you waiting for? The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big?
Alrighty.
All yours.
This should be easy.
Time to twirl.
Take courage.
Wow. That's a set. Time to twirl.
There we go.
Sounds like more business knocking.
5 stacks, so we just keep doing 5 stacks.
This ends here.
I'm breaking, sir.
Just in time. Just a little something.
Alrighty.
Think nothing.
I think we have a nice loop going. We're halfway there.
What are you looking at?
Naughty children, don't listen. Nap time.
Come on. Better late
We
than
don't have any breakfast stacks, sadly.
Resistance is futile.
That hurts.
You must be honored to meet me.
Time for a shot.
I owe you one. Stay focused. For glory!
Ouch. Wait for the tiles before you start counting. Oh! That's a set!
Okay.
This is gonna hurt. Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big?
We're just like indirectly hitting Shepard with AoE damage at this point.
Time to twirl!
Naughty children, don't listen.
As much as I'd love to do physical damage with Natasha.
In the name of preservation! Watch the face!
Gotcha!
It's not worth the risk.
Look at the draw.
Let's see if I can get the damage off.
Please, please, please. Looks like victory!
So much damage.
This guy knows how to put up a fight. I've never come up against anyone this relentless.
He just won't go down.
He's as stubborn as I am. It could be an argument or a fight. He'll do both to the death. That's why he bugs the heck out of me. That's enough, Shepard. Take a look around you. You're the last man standing.
Even if I am, I won't yield.
We don't need you to yield. Brainwaves? Anyone?
We don't want you to yield through force of arms. That wouldn't be a victory for us.
Yeah, our goal is the same as yours, Serval's and Branya's. We just want to preserve this world. There's no reason to turn against each other.
Is now a good time to show him the letter from Branya?
Shepard, brother, surely now you can see the need for pragmatism. Even if you don't believe my outsider friends, you should believe me. Maybe I've wasted your trust. In which case, believe Branya.
Lady Branya?
There's nothing more to say, Shepard. The decision is yours.
If not, we can always... just a little bit.
As a captain of the Silvermane Guards, I am duty-bound to carry out the orders of the Supreme Guardian.
Final answer?
But Lady Branya is the commanding officer for the front lines. According to military protocol, if the frontline directives of the commanding officer clash with those of the architects behind the lines, a soldier must remain at their post and await further directives.
Thanks for understanding. Is this a brainwave? This feels like a brainwave. Nice interpretation of the rules, dude.
For the Silvermane Guards, the Guardian's orders are paramount and absolute. But there is something of equal importance in the oath we take.
And what is that?
The people of Belobog.
Yeah, I probably should have guessed that.
If we lose the people, we lose the reason for our existence. Our fight with the Fragmentum monsters is for the sake of preservation. But our fight with you, I fail to see the purpose. If you are truly able to prevent our endlessly unfolding misfortunes, then the people of Belobog are indebted to you. But if you are using lies to mask your true intentions, using my sister and Bronya for your own ends, I swear by Qlipoth that I will carry out your punishment without an ounce of mercy.
We've already proven you were incapable of doing so, but I appreciate the sentiment.
They're not lying. I promise you.
You must be Zila. You are a skilled fighter. Your combat style is nothing like that of the guards.
Regardless of what you believe, these guys have been a great help to the underworld. Many people would vouch for them.
I'm sure. If you want to advance further northward, you must traverse an area entirely corroded by the Fragmentum. It's the only way to get to the snow plains on the other side.
Uh-huh.
The guards can give you some time before the next wave of attacks is upon us.
Young guard. Soldiers stay silent.
I gotta admit, I had a lot of misunderstandings about the Silvermane guards. They're fighting for survival here every day, just like Wildfire. The difference is we're making a stand for freedom, while they're just carrying out orders.
That's why we had to try and put ourselves in their shoes.
Put ourselves in their shoes? Easier said than done. Everyone has their struggles, but how can we understand them if we can't even see each other?
You understand Bronya's struggles?
Of course I do. I've understood them for a while now. But as far as I can tell, she doesn't need other people's understanding. She needs to understand her own heart. And it's the same with Gepard. I could tell it took a lot for him to lay down his arms. I think I can already hear the storm on the other side of the city walls. Not a reassuring sound. I hope Serval's right. That supreme lunatic better not have harmed Bronya.
Might be a good idea to run back here, grab this.
You see? Brothers and sisters need to have a scrap once in a while to get back on good terms.
Sorry for getting you this involved.
Enough apologizing. My ears can't take any more. Honestly, this would have happened sooner or later. You just gave me an excuse to bring everything forward.
So this is how brothers and sisters coexist?
What's wrong with a bit of violent coexistence between siblings? Seems pretty normal to me.
Yeah, I remember when my brother broke my nose.
I'm pulling your leg. Since I left the military, my brother and I have always steered clear of certain sensitive topics. Thinking about it, perhaps he's just been looking out for my feelings.
Stella's tall.
Shielding me all along. Knowing my temper, my brother almost certainly went to great lengths on many occasions for me. I should be thanking him.
Let the Stellaron hunt begin.
Let's do this. I may never have come face to face with it, but this Stellaron cost me a nice, stable job. It's time to get even. Actually, I have another selfish motive. I want to prove to Cocolia that I was right. Once we've taken care of the Stellaron, maybe she'll go back to how she was. Sorry, hardly the time for me to be obsessing over all this.
I don't think things are going to go back to normal real quick. We
As
got
I
this.
mentioned, if we want to progress further north, we're gonna have to cross that hell. Still, look at it this way. Just another arena to showcase our skills, right?
Right.
Now, if you're ready to get on stage, let's push for that standing ovation.
Alright, Gepard.
As soon as the restricted zone gate is open, the monsters on the other side will turn out in full force. The guards will do their best to stall them and buy you some time. Once you've broken through the front line, there's nothing more we can do for you. You'll have to find out for yourselves what lies within the northern fragmentum. So, have you made up your minds?
Yep, we're ready.
Understood. Keep your weapons close. This will be a fierce fight.
I just realized that we have physical ice and wind in our team comp right now, which is basically the same as the primary characters we'd have here. The only thing is I didn't put Serval on the team comp.
Guards, open the gate.
Are you dealing with attacks like this every day?
It's a common occurrence. Guards, formation.
Well, I'm gonna make sure I don't owe the guards any favors when this is done.
For Bronya, for Belobog, for universal peace.
Here they come.
Steel yourselves.
Alright, how many waves is it? Fire and ice. Wind, ice, ice. Ice is weak to all of them. Cool. You, however...
Gotcha! Ugh, this hand sucks. Wow!
What are you waiting for?
Sampo, can you soften him up for me?
And for me to betray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
Time to twirl! Don't need this style.
Sampo Koski always takes care of...
It's gonna hurt.
Oh, they do half my health in a hit.
All better now?
How appropriate.
Well, let's see how much you can take of this. Not much.
Come on. Better late than never.
Oh, that was lucky. That was not guaranteed.
Time for the payout. Time to twirl. Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big?
Alrighty.
Sounds like more business knocking.
Oh, he was so close to dead.
That hurt.
Let's just top off before the next wave shows up.
Think nothing of it.
And Herta can finish him.
How many of them are there?
The more the merrier. These guys are nothing. Hold the line.
Stop doing AoE damage, please.
Wait for the tiles before you start counting.
Actually,
Look
let's
at the
just do
job.
2 attacks back to back.
Please, 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 please. Looks like victory!
Conserve skill points.
Time to twirl!
We're just having fun.
You should sit back, man.
I told you, Japard, the barrier hasn't been fixed yet. Don't try and be a hero.
This is only the first wave. They'll have reassembled soon. I have to.
Hey, Mr. Silvermane, listen to your sister. I can tell just by looking at you that you haven't fully recovered.
Outsiders. Zila, the second wave hasn't started yet. Make the most of this opportunity and make a break for it.
Huh? Serval, aren't you gonna look for the Stellaron with us?
I mean, it was really helpful if you could limit our search area.
My brother can't hold them back by himself. He wasted a lot of energy on us. He's my responsibility now. Besides,
We have all these people that are injured.
if I'm not here to help, I don't know what might happen in the next wave. I want to go with you. I do. I always wanted to catch a glimpse of the Stellaron with my own eyes, and now it's so close. But I can't abandon my brother and the other guards. I'm a Landau. It's up to you now. I believe in you. You've given me new hope.
Good luck. Let's do this.
Get hold of the Stellaron before Cocolia realizes what's happening.
We can't abandon you either. Charge!
Hey, March. Don't forget to take a picture of the Stellaron for me.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Say no more. We're good at this. Don't worry.
Okay. Man, if only Svarog and Wildfire would show up to help. I mean, I guess Zeal is here with us, but... Oh!
Fragmentum activity is intensifying. Something's happening on Eurilo 6. Shouldn't we go down there, Himiko?
Have faith in them. Besides, this is her first trailblazing expedition. How will she be able to look back fondly without a few twists and turns?
I kind of forgot. They're just kind of up here.
Are you bored, Welt? I understand. But we have lots of opportunities ahead of us. Let's leave the memories of this expedition for them.
So you think they'll be safe, right?
No.
Yes. We haven't seen any Eon or Emanator level imaginary reactions. Relax.
What does that even mean?
This is a young person's adventure. We shouldn't interfere. At most, we could offer a little off-site assistance.
What do you mean by that? I mean, I guess Welt has been very helpful. Every time we find something, he's like, what dis? He's always the one that explains stuff to us. He's like a good dad.
Card was talking about?
Or a very friendly grandpa. Stoic, but friendly.
Compared to this, the corrosion we saw in Backwater Pass pales into insignificance.
How can we pinpoint the Stellaron?
Serval said that the Stellaron was very likely hidden in the snow plains north of Belobog. If we want to get there, I'm afraid we'll have to find the exit to this Fragmentum maze first.
Actually, now that I realize it, the team I have assembled here is literally all the same elements. We have a quantum, physical, ice, and wind. Just not these 4 people specifically.
Guys, does this place feel weird to you? It feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
This place makes my flesh crawl. Like there are insects under my skin.
We have no guide and no way of detecting the Stellaron. We'll just have to advance gradually and cautiously.
Great. Sounds time
Don't be
consuming.
disheartened. The stronger the Fragmentum contamination, the closer we are to the source.
Okay.